welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name's Julie and thank you for joining me as I flip through my classic vertical happy planner for the month of June. Yes, I know June was a lifetime ago, but I've had a tricky few months and I'm really late posting this video. But I didn't want to miss out the month altogether, so as they say, better late than never. This was the month that I changed the discs and the cover on my planner. So let's just have a little look. I'll try to remember to link a picture of the spring cover that I made. I made this summer cover using some scrapbook paper, some alphabets from Happy Planner and these beautiful Live Love Posh stickers that came from the Whimsical Summer book. These beautiful discs came from a coastal horizontal planner that I've had for a few years now. They are only plastic, but they are some of my favourites. So let's start the flip through and begin with my currently and task page for the month of June. I probably say this every flip through video, but currently and task page are my favourite pages to make. I always tend to do a little bit more than just stick stickers down, as I enjoy getting really creative. This June page was a particular favourite of mine, and I know that it got a really good response on Facebook and Instagram. I got the idea from a piece of scrapbook paper and it was actually really easy to make, but I got the sudden inspiration to add this stitching effect around, and I really think it took the page to another level and made it one of my favourites. This year for my currently page, I've mainly been sticking with the currently prompts. So you can see I've got planning, in the news. I always record what's going on in the news each month, as I think that's important and interesting to look back on. Looking forward to, watching, listening to and feeling. I always create a double page to start the month and try to make sure that the task page matches the currently page in some way. So for this one I used some watercolour effect scrapbook paper that looked a little bit like clouds, and then I made these clouds and added the stitching effect so that that would mirror what was on this page. Really simple but very effective, and I absolutely adored the way these pages looked. When I'm creating my own currently and task pages, I don't tend to stick them to the divider because I don't want to spoil the divider, so I just leave it loose like that. And even though I haven't used the currently page that was in the book, I don't usually stick it down, just leave it loose like that. So now let's look at my monthly page. I don't tend to use the monthly page. All I did this month was just make a note of some of the YouTube videos that I was hoping to film and loosely drawing up a filming schedule. I'm not a big fan of the monthly page. I especially don't like putting anything permanent on it in case I want to take the dividers out and move them into other planners. So let's look at my spreads for the month of June. The first one was a red, white and blue spread to fit in with the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. I used these beautiful florals from Live Love Posh, again from the Whimsical Summer book. That is my absolute favourite of Jessica's books. And I paired it with these gorgeous alphabet stickers that came from Happy Planner. I've used them so much I'm starting to run out of certain letters, so I've had to put them back on my wish list. If you can get hold of some of these large alphabets, they are really useful for putting across the centre of your page and spelling out words, like you could do the seasons or spell out something like New Year. It's definitely an idea that I've used more than once. I really like the look of this spread, and I was particularly delighted to find this sticker that said adjust your crown and take on the day, as I thought it was perfect to match the whole theme. The next spread was for a collaboration that I take part of on Instagram that happens the second week of every month. There are a group of us who choose a theme and we invite everyone to join in, make their spreads on that theme throughout the month, and then we post them on our stories to share the inspiration. The theme for June was Over the Rainbow, and obviously a lot of people did pride spreads, but I wanted to do something a bit different. Over the Rainbow obviously spoke to me of the film Over the Rainbow, and also Cindy, one of the group, had pointed out that Judy Garland would be 100 this year if she was still alive. So it was a bit of a nod to that as well. I really got caught up in the inspiration for this spread. Initially, I was just going to make it a Wizard of Oz spread, But then, as I sometimes say, I got a flash of inspiration and decided that I would do black and white and colour on the other half, after my mum had commented that her favourite part of the film was when Dorothy opens the door after landing in Oz and finds that the whole world is full of colour, whereas up to that point the film had been black and white. I got these pictures from a second-hand book and photocopied it so that I could have it in the black and white. I had a real job finding poppies for my spread, but I finally managed to find these. I think they were in the Fancy Blooms book, and stretched them out enough to fit on both sides, colouring these in so that they looked like poppies. Since then, I have to say, I've seen quite a few poppy stickers being sold by small sticker shops. So I'm really pleased about that, because that was a definite gap in my sticker collection. Again, I was really happy with how this spread turned out. I decided to fill this side in with black pen and this side in with my new Sakura Micron pens, sticking to the colours that were on the page. I had to do a bit of sticker surgery with the numbers, because in the Dates and Holidays book, each number is a different colour. So for example, to make this red, I had to use a 1 and a 2 together to make the 12. I like the fact that this was an original spread, hadn't seen anything like it before, and it may well make it to my shortlist of top spreads for 2022. We'll have to see. The next spread, I used Live Love Posh. These were my favourite florals from the Hello Spring book, and I was determined to use them and not hoard them, because I'm trying to be really good about my stickers. This looked really pretty before the pen, and after the pen I tried to stick to the two main colours. So I used the Crayola Super Tips and also Pavemate Flare pens for the green and the purple. And I think this sticker came from Pastel Tropics. Because I had quite a difficult month, there was a lot of back planning, and sometimes I just didn't have anything to write. So you can see this box here, I just stuck a laundry day sticker and a little bit of washi and left it like that. I don't like looking back at my planner and finding gaps, so I do try to back plan where possible, but I am trying hard to get better at filling in my planner on time. Surprisingly, although these were my favourite florals, this was not my favourite spread of the month. I'm not quite sure why. It's pretty. I do love the lilac, but I'm not so much of a fan of the green, but it's still a lovely spread. The next spread, I went to town using a piece of scrapbook paper because I really wanted to use these cute birds. And again, whilst I was doing this one, inspiration struck. I was flicking through the summer book and saw these stickers, and then I got the idea of turning them upside down because they look like little beach huts, and that's a very English thing, beach huts. So I decided to put them at the bottom of the page and also use the alphabet stickers to spell out Hello Summer. I remember when I was doing this plan, I really wanted to bring this sticker in, and at several points during the plan with me, I tried, but then I said that I couldn't make it work. Then after I switched the camera off, I had another look and thought it actually does fit in really well there. So I got it in after all. Again, I used my new pens to write in colour through this spread, which I think fits in perfectly. It's really hard to pick a favourite this month, but this is definitely one of them. The last spread for the month was a rainbow spread. Even though I've been planning since 2018, I've never done a floral rainbow spread. I've done several rainbow spreads with a colour for each section, but not using flowers. So I wanted to do that, particularly as it fit in with our collab theme for the month. I took these florals from Clever Plan and Live Love Posh, and mainly used my own box stickers for the writing. This rainbow sticker came from the Womankind sticker book. I tried to include some writing on each day in the colour for the column, and to vary whether I did it in bold writing or in ordinary writing. This one, my writing hasn't come through because the sticker is in the way, so I might need to cut that down and go over the top there, but I can just about read what it says. I had the idea for this box sticker here to do half in one colour and half in another colour, just by cutting 2 boxes and joining them together, and I think that looked really effective. It's a really pretty spread. I don't think you can go wrong with florals, and another one I really liked. So those are all my spreads for June. I was much happier with my spreads in June than I was in the previous month, and for some reason creativity was flowing. Although it was a difficult month for me in some ways because I was having a lot of problems walking with my foot, as I've recently been diagnosed with plantar fasciitis, it was also the month that I finally got to the cinema for the first time since 2019. As you can see, I went to see the Jurassic World Dominion film, which I really enjoyed. I also watched Lilo and Stitch for the very first time, inspired by the Happy Planner's Lilo and Stitch release, though I have to say it wasn't one of my favourites. I hope you've enjoyed looking back at my planner for the month of June, and if you're interested in seeing the plan with me's in more detail, I'll make sure that I put the playlist at the end of this video. If you like my spreads, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel and tuning in again for future videos. Let me know in the comments which of my spreads was your favourite. Hope you're having a good summer. Happy planning, take care, and see you soon.